Oh, hi. There we go. First stream on YouTube. Haha. This will be super weird. Super weird. And I can actually take down the gain of the microphone a little bit. How are you doing? Let me see. Shy is in the house. Max is in the house. Robin! And Lady Larkale. Welcome, welcome in. Gradient Blue. Everybody should check out Gradient Blue as well. He's an awesome dude. And about to create awesome music. Let's see, Painted Prisms. Welcome in, welcome in. So ready for this? Yes. Me too, me too. YouTube doesn't have an overlay like Twitch when you close the app. Yeah. Yeah, YouTube has to sort out a bunch of things regarding the streaming. But we will figure it out. And let's just turn down the music in the background a bit. Train Wi-Fi worse than mobile data. No! Then use mobile data. Right. So I'm really curious how this will go about and how I will feel with the overall setup of a YouTube stream. It's interesting. I can see the stream manager that YouTube has is quite interesting. It's very much more informative and clean compared to Twitch, as far as I can tell from the first few minutes. But yeah, let's see. I think, although I said I would be all about the songwriting, I think I might just play one or two tracks just to warm up myself, because I'm a bit, I don't know, not in my best shape. I'm not in my super best shape because we had friends there for the past 2 days. And yesterday there might have been beers, you know? There might have been beers. And as it happens, I feel a bit less energetic than usual. But let me grab El Guitarra. And just see. I will probably just play about like 1 or 2 tracks by a band that I'm playing in. And then pro streamer right here. And then we will get into building the song based on Sunday with Ola Riff Challenge 76. Because that one is so nice and so heavy. You have probably all seen it at this point. And it's just worth making a full song out of that. Yeah. So we will work on that. For those of you who know me from Twitch, first of all, welcome in and thanks for joining this very different environment. Let's see. Hey Jason, how you doing? Brilliant idea, by the way. Yes, right? I think it's about time to do something like this. I've been streaming on Twitch for almost 2 years now, but I figured there's a certain limitation to that, as you might have seen in my rambling video that I posted earlier. The one about the streaming musician. So we're just going to do some stuff that's more YouTube related anyway, because I'm more like the production guy on YouTube and I want to kind of keep a little bit of focus on the creative part of my process on my channel and not have it just be an outlet for the finished music, but also be like an outlet for the process and things that I come across. So doing production streams on YouTube actually is kind of the logical first step, and maybe we'll get into more production-based stuff as, performance-based stuff as well. Let me just quickly pull up my performance project. I didn't even think of playing songs before I go to the recording and arranging part, but actually warming up a little bit makes sense. Fire is in the house. Welcome in. So, there we go. Old man picking up his cables. So, let's get right to it. And let's start this good old experiment. Let me see. Can't wait to get my Line 6 pod go tomorrow. Nice, Crow. Nice. It will be so sweet for you to mingle with new gear, because it always is. It just always is. So let's activate that. Thanks, Prisms. Thanks. What's IRs? Yeah, it's exactly what Crow says. It's like a digital snapshot of a frequency response of whatever gear. Usually it's used for guitar cabinets. So you would have like if you create them, it's an interesting thing, because you set up your signal chain, like you would have a regular amp or power amp going into a cabinet, and then you would send like a frequency scoop through that, just in kind of in a way like when you're creating Kemper profiles, but less complicated. And then you will just have a microphone picking up the signal, and what comes back through the microphone will be the impulse response, so the frequency response of the linear frequency spectrum that you've sent through your rig. So you will get a snapshot of how the frequencies react to your setup. It's super interesting, and it sounds funny when you do those. But hey, Claire, how you doing? Long time no see. Long time no see. Yeah, it's funny. I think at some points you can see on Ola's channel, I think there's some videos where he actually creates impulses, and you can watch that process. It's super funny. It sounds like the weirdest thing to do, but it's actually quite scientific and stuff. So let's see if that all works. I do have, boom, production stuff. Yeah. And I don't have sound yet. So as you can tell, I'm a Cubase man. I use a Spark amp that I can load IRs. Quite an amazing piece of gear. I've never used the Spark stuff. Do have a Kemper, and since I picked up the Spark, it's been, oh, nice. The Spark has outsparked the Kemper. That is interesting. Spark is the positive grid thing, right? That was the positive grid stuff. I've been using the first generation bias and what's the other thing? FX. Yeah, Bias Amp and Bias FX, I've been using these early on. If you listen to, I think it was the Schattenmarsch album that I've done with Orcus Patera. All the guitars are made with the positive grid stuff. Cole Killer. Yeah. Oh, Cole did that. I mean, I sound more surprised that I actually am, but of course Cole did that. Let me. I have to be the root streamer today, and I have to check some things from time to time because my girlfriend, Mrs. Franker, is out and about today, and she's got no keys. So she'll let me know when she's outside and needs to come in. That's when you'll see me run for a second. Just so you be warned. So yeah, we all remember this glorious piece of music. I've done a few things to it already. So let's just listen through that, and then we'll get into the nitty-gritty stuff and be nice and creative. Hopefully. I mean, you know, as it is, creative stuff might go perfectly fine or terribly wrong. We'll see what happens today. Oh, we'll see. Yeah, I remember the part now. What was that? Something. Gotta remember that. Yeah, so for those who have witnessed the original Sunday with Ola 76 of mine, might have noticed that this already is longer than it was before. So what I did, and I've called this stream How to Make a Song of Your SWOLA Entry for a reason, because I want to talk about what I've done already. The greatness of German internet connectivity. Hey, still having problems over there, Shy? So what I've done so far is whenever I get the idea of taking a Sunday with Ola Riff Challenge thing and turn it into a full song, the first thing that of course you have to do is get your own drums in. So you can see I still got the original Ola drums up here, and then I just went for Get Good Drums this time, just because I'm programming all of them myself at this point. And if I was about to use MIDI libraries, which I usually do a lot, I would go for my Toontrack stuff. But in this case, I was just feeling using the GGD stuff again. And yeah, so this is what I started doing. I start programming the drums kind of not exactly one-to-one to what Ola has done, but close enough so it maintains the idea, but so that I have MIDI notes that I can actually work with and move and copy and arrange and stuff. So if you switch between the two, let me see if I can. Yeah, I can. So that's the programmed stuff. And oh, I've muted all of Ola's. Of course, it makes sense because I didn't need them anymore. Boom, there we go. So you can have now they're in parallel. So I stuck closely to what he has done. Oh yeah. And you can tell in this case, for example, I switched up the patterns a little bit. But that was pretty much the first step, taking the provided drums and making something with them, getting them into MIDI so I can work with that stuff and start arranging. So I did that last time on my stream on Twitch, so I started doing stuff to that earlier already. And yeah, those who were there know that it's always kind of a cumbersome process to take those drums and program the heck out of that. But yeah, and then I re-recorded everything from the original guitars because I were kind of a bit... They were fine, but they were fine to the original drums of SWOLA. As soon as I had programmed them to my grid, it sounded a bit weird. So I thought, yeah, okay, let's re-record the stuff. And then I started arranging it, just like figuring out this section might be kind of chorus worthy. This one. So like in this section, it would be like a sneak peek of what's to come, but then go back into some riffing. So I was looking for something that I could use as kind of the center point, the chorus that I would come back to and so on. So I figured I'd try it with this, but then I knew when I come back to this, I need a variation to it. So that was the first thing that I started writing on top of what I already had. So this is what I came up with. Yeah, so pretty straightforward. Give me Fiat vibes. Yeah, then Ola's drums have fulfilled their purpose for sure. Oh yeah, so now I gotta figure out where I'm going from this. So I'm going back to the main riff, the initial one that's up here. I could color code that stuff so I actually know what I'm working with. So this is the big red bunch of riffage. Let's make that big and red. This is kind of the happy moment. Let's make that green. Happy in the sense of metal. And this is the other riff. Perfect definition. The other riff. And that's kind of, I don't know. That feels a bit purple, doesn't it? It's almost Smoke on the Water, so of course it's kind of purplish. It shares some of the intervals. Okay, great. Now I have color-coded things, and I will just leave the intro out there. I mean, it can be color-coded in a slightly less intense, same-ish color. Color coding, yeah, color coding for the win. I always enjoy when I watch those project and composing breakdowns of Andy Gillian, because he's a sucker for color coding as well. And I was like, okay, I'm not the only one who does that. But I rarely not color code, but I usually forget to color code everything. So you will see a lot of my projects that are halfway colored, but then all of a sudden they're like 3 parts that have no color coding, and I'm like, what the heck were those? Well, you can't be perfect, right? So, let me just listen to that again, where we're coming from. Okay, we're coming from... Where could we go from there? Let me just have a listen again. I actually enjoy a bit of a break there. We could just leave like half a measure open. Nope, too happy. Nope. Nope. Oh, that's an instrument. Ooh, that's interesting, actually, those chords. Let's see if that works to the tempo, actually. Nope. I think we have a tempo change. I think we have a tempo change. Let me figure out what tempo change. About 180. Nice. I don't know if we should jump from 120 to 180. But we should do something. Because I don't think I can make this work. Yeah, it kind of works in the tempo. I wanted to do something different, right? Nope. Kind of like that, maybe. If I can remember that, then I'm good. because I now switched up the pattern right before the second thing. Okay, going straight for that one. I remember. Yeah, there we go. There we go. That actually works. And if my... I think I even did a pretty decent job in playing in sync. So, see, interesting chord voicings, dark and heavy. Yeah, that's, I mean, this, what the song is so far, it would not make a whole lot of sense to switch up the vibe completely, I think. I mean, I could do that, but I would need some lyrical context to actually make that work. But so far, as long as we're just working on the instrumental basis, I think, like, yeah, let's keep it evil, let's keep it heavy, let's keep it in a realm where actually the extreme grindstone tones work. Hey, Von Janisch is in the house. Nice, nice. Double time! Nice, nice. By the way, if you are in for a good, really good bassist, go follow Von Janisch on every platform that you find him on. Because not only is he a great friend and the amazing bass player of Agato Daimon, but also just a really cool dude. And he's one that might have some influence on me not being in my best shape today because of beers and Cuphead. But worth it. Gary! Welcome in, man. Snacks! Yes, we all need snacks and we need our Twitch insider jokes on YouTube now. Man, it's good to have so many of you in here already. That also almost feels like home. It's still a bit weird because it's a completely different platform, but I think it's not the worst thing. Von Janisch, drop a link! I mean, you can for sure find him. Let's see, that's not for you to see. What's the thing? I have to guess. I don't know if his handle was like this or like that. Yes. Very good place to follow is. Let me see. Let me get things. This one. This is his Instagram handle. And he does also use YouTube. You can find a bit of a bass playing goodness on his channel as far as I remember. So yeah. You could actually stream both sides. Yeah, you can theoretically do that. And by theoretically, I mean it takes a bit of a special service that you need to use to do that. Hey Zero, how you doing? How you doing? And technically, when you are Twitch affiliate, the agreement says that you're not supposed to be streaming on different platforms at the same time. So what I'm doing right now is fine. I'm streaming on YouTube in a separate time slot, and I'm not doing anything on Twitch in parallel. It's just the parallel thing. As long as you're affiliate, you should not do parallel streams like restreaming or something. But I could still go for first doing a stream on Twitch and then finishing that stream, going to YouTube, starting the next stream. That's perfectly fine from the affiliate agreement. But yeah. I totally enjoy that. But I don't think I can make that work in this track. Hey, you never know. What should we do drums wise? I'm uncertain. Uncertain me am ears. And are we? Let me think. Dun, 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 dun. Nope. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, let's follow the pattern. Dun, 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 dun. And then okay, that sticks to that. Moving on with another dun. I think there should be another dun 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 right here. Yes, dun 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 dun. Hey, do you have to have 1,000 subscribers in order to monetize streams? Yes, yes. That is the big difference you have between starting to monetize on Twitch, which is done by, I think you have like 3 average viewers, and I don't know, there's a certain threshold that you'll reach fairly easily. And then you can be at least affiliate and do like the standard 50-50 split on subs and all that stuff. And yeah, on YouTube it's a higher threshold, but on the other hand, it makes you, if we're honest, it makes you build the actual community first and actually gather an audience that is interested in what you're doing before you think about monetizing things. So you have to build a product before you can monetize it in a economical sense. So it kind of makes sense. Let's take that one. Dun, 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 dun. I think I want to have it like a really, really stupid in-your-face beat. Probably keep it on the cymbal. I don't know if I want to go for the hi-hat. Something was weird. Oh, right. This was weird. Boop. And maybe if I... Sometimes that is weird if you do that with programmed drums, because the cymbal wash isn't as natural. But let's just see. If we do it like this. Yeah, that kind of works. That kind of works. Because you want to make sure if you are doing things like this yourself, you want to make sure that you're not going for 127 all the time, but have kind of movement. Because if you would play that, you wouldn't smash the cymbal full force all the time. You would kind of have like a riding motion and have like every first hit a bit more intense than the second one, because it's kind of like a accent hit usually. You're not always going like, give it. then I could do something like accenting this on the China. So if you see people like Henning Pauli or Glenn Fricker talk about drum programming, it'll be mostly like this, like, don't go for 127 all the way. And they are completely right. They are completely right. For demoing, I'm usually too lazy to make that, but for final productions, I go through the whole drum programming again and make sure that it's kind of humanized. That's why I'm actually, you might have noticed that I'm setting the notes without a grid. So that I have these slight variations in timing just by randomly clicking into the rough direction of the grid, but not being quantized all the way. That's giving my drums the first little bit of human feel just by not being perfectly in time. Okay, that works, that works. And let's just double that. In this one I could actually do a bit of variation. Like this, because I know this. And then do pretty much the same thing here, but add a little bit of a tom roll probably. Where's my toms at? Dun dun. Like that maybe. See, and the fun thing is, if you have never thought about why you would program your drums outside of the grid, these two things, for example, are like having that's quite the big discrepancy right here. But if the notes are not perfectly aligned, you get like a little flam effect. It's not just one hit, but it's like, you know, if you're a drummer and you know flams, Max, for example, will know that there's a clear difference between and. It's slight, but it is a difference, and it makes the world of a difference for programmed drums. If you have, for example, double tom hits, you know, like tom and snare, when you do those extreme hits to accentuate something, I don't know. You have a bigger boom effect if they're not perfectly aligned. They shouldn't be too far apart, but yeah, it just hits differently because you hear the separate notes for themselves, but close enough together to have the common impact. Let's just say that. If I would program that completely to the grid like this, it'll sound way less interesting. See, and now back to this. Hits, it is subtle, but it does so much actually. That's the most important subtlety that you'll have in your drum programming. Yeah, exactly. When it's too much of a flam, then it'll sound just like a drummer that's not knowing what he's doing. Sometimes that might just resemble your actual drummer. But I don't want to turn into Glenn Fricker 2.0 being the one that's actually going against drummers, because I know a shit ton of great drummers. Max, for example, is a great drummer. If you don't know. So let me just put some basic bass onto that so we can go further with arranging and stuff. I don't know why the heck I've left the stand back there if I want to switch instruments every now and then. So yeah, here we go. Where's my bassatron? There we go. Wait a minute. I don't even remember why that was tuned to standard D. Yeah, good enough. So... that's the rhythm. Yeah, the C made sense. Okay, great. Great, because I didn't want to play just the root note in both goes, so I think that should work. Yeah, simple. For now, for just figuring out the general song, I will not go for extreme bass lines or something. I do enjoy it when the bass does something else, but yeah. Ich bin Nick. Hey Nick. Streams of YouTube. Yes, yes, indeed. I was talking a lot to Takayoshi Sasano, which is another fellow streamer, and just to give you a bit of background where this idea came from, despite from just me thinking about ways to do things, I've noticed at some point Takayoshi is a harp streamer, so he's doing some classical stuff, doing some game related stuff. He does some sick Skyrim things. And he was streaming on Twitch as well, and he was taking it quite far, and was on the brink of actually getting the partner status. And all of a sudden, he was kind of gone, and that happened during a time where I wasn't as active as I used to on Twitch as well. So when I came back, I was like, wait a second, I haven't seen Yoshi stream in a while. Something is off. And then I contacted him and was like, hey, what the heck? I've seen that there was a stream on YouTube, but I haven't seen you on Twitch lately. What happened? And then he was telling me a bit of his thought process on why he was changing to YouTube for his streams, and why he was not going for a second attempt on the whole Twitch partner thing. And that made me think more about what I was considering anyway, just like spreading out, diversifying my content outlets. And yeah, so pretty much in discussions with him and with talking about the shortcomings of Twitch and doing some research on actual growth of an artist on those platforms, I just figured let's try this. Let's make it an interesting experiment. This might go somewhere or it might go nowhere. We will see. And yeah, we all miss Yoshi. I mean, I'm talking to him on a regular basis, and I wanted to ask him actually when there will be another stream, because I've seen that even on YouTube he hasn't streamed all that much. I mean, he was doing that 30-day challenge where he learned the guitar solo and all that, like the whole guitar parts of the Top Gun anthem, which was fun. So I kind of joined his ride in that regard. But yeah. I think at the moment he might just be a bit, I don't know if fed up is the right word. He didn't seem like streaming had the same positive impact for him at the moment. He wanted to, I seriously feel like he wanted to do some different things first and then come back to it. But he seemed kind of like a bit out of breath for the usual streaming stuff. Which I get. We are all doing this for quite some time now. I mean, I've been streaming now for 2 years and I have no clue where that time went. And that made me think also that I stopped growing on Twitch kind of. And that's totally mostly me to blame, because I was focusing on that one platform for so long and not really paying attention to different sources of growth. So it was just a natural conclusion after this time, and especially after seeing how the interest in my EP after the first release, it totally dipped down after the first hype that we had in the community. And I was like, yeah, I don't really have a really big regular audience. I have a great regular audience, but not a big one. You gotta be honest in that part. It's not a big core community that we have. It's the best because we all are just amazing people and I love you all. But it's nothing that would generate numbers to make you relevant for certain algorithm things, or just be like a good backing number for different things that you might want to do with your art, with your music, and just go out there. Because a lot of things that open up doors for you in music, even if you're doing it on a hobby level as I do, just like trying to figure out how far you can take things instead of just being financially dependent on it. It's not my job or anything. I just do it for fun and want to see what I can do. I want to share my music with as many people as I can, but not at every cost. So rambling. So what I just wanted to actually look into was playing a bit of the game and trying to find new ways to bring my music to people. And so streaming here is one of the things, kind of populating my YouTube channel, which has been so underused in the past years. But yeah, there you go. That's a bit of an insight on why I do this today and why I will keep doing these every once in a while. I will not have a regular streaming schedule here on YouTube. It'll just be like, maybe the working on Sunday with Ola streams will be a thing that I, just like the working further on them, I will probably still do the initial Sunday with Ola writing streams on Twitch for now after my Monday performance things. And I think, I don't know, I will test that out. Maybe at some point I will start writing the Sunday with Ola riff challenges on Sundays here on YouTube, which would be fun. That might actually make sense, right? Would you be interested in that here on YouTube? I mean, if you're a native YouTuber, I actually don't know how many in chat. I think Jason is one of the few that is not really from the Twitch side, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah. Don't forget to save. Yes. This will get confusing if I start calling you Lurkale on this stream now and then going back to Twitch tomorrow and having to switch that up again. So it's kind of interesting that the OBS plugin for the YouTube stream chat is not allowing me to chat myself. I have to do that in YouTube. But well, you can't have everything. But I'm surprised how well the YouTube integration of of OBS works so far. Messages. But not the one I'm waiting for. Good. So let's listen back to this transition and see if I'm happy with that, and then give it a bit more context. Bass, yeah. That would be so great for vocals. Okay, that can come once more. That's a part that can be repeated for sure. Then I will need to do some changes, but for example, I will probably go into a mode where I will take that away. Let's just try if that works. And then I will take these to the right. Keep like a 4 on the floor backbeat in the bass drum. All of them, yes. The camera that I'm using is actually an old. Wait a second. Is something off? Am I stupid? Oh. Something is off. Wait a second. When did that happen? Huh. When did that happen? Let me just put that over here. So the camera that I'm using is an old Sony RX100 Mark III. Yes. Yes, so not the most expensive, but it does have a good sensor and it does have good low light stuff, quality, that's so it really works well for me. So let's try this once again without messing up the positioning of the other stuff. To the right. Wait, I shouldn't have done it like that. I should have done it as I intended it earlier. Right symbol. There we go. Boink, boink, boink. Yeah, a lot of streamers will either use something like the Elgato Facecam or like the Logitech stuff. They have like a stream cam, and I do somewhere have the good old what's it called, the 920 C920, but okay, she's coming home. And the other extreme would be like people that are using like system cameras and DSLRs for streaming, and I was like, yeah, I seriously don't need that. If your lighting is good, affordable old Sony RX100 will totally do the trick. And yeah, it does. It's actually a camera that I thought about getting a second one to have like 2 angles going, and but having the same image quality to it. Something is weird. Oh, it's wait. I know what's wrong. Yes, you be like this. And then we just do halftime, pretty much. Then we don't do these. Then those could be pretty cool again. And of course, they will not be played. Then on the other end, we could just blast through the whole section here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh man. It would for sure be easier if I would do that on grid and could just like because if you're working with the grid you can just mark something and be like yeah, but then you have them perfectly fine on the grid and that's exactly what I don't want. Yeah, good quality picture. Yeah, it does do the trick for not a lot of money, and I don't know how the prices are at the moment. When I got this it was like do I even remember? I'm not sure if it was 300 or 400-ish bucks that I paid for it, but it was in a set with a handy little vlog grab thing. As you can tell, I do have my smartphone holder in there at the moment. So it's pretty much like a small little stand that you can just use as a grip, and it has some buttons to take photos and start the movies. So you can connect this to your camera, and it was like the vlogging kit. You know, yeah, that's pretty much a no-brainer. I can just do a whole bunch of stuff with that set, and it was way less expensive than even the MK4 with less accessories. So I was like, sure, I'm taking the Mark III then. Yeah. That could be fine. Yeah. And so now I'll just take 2 of those and it should be good. So what I then need to do, of course, is do some layering, because I can't, I could probably, depending on what I'm doing vocal wise, I could just leave it as it is, but I shouldn't. What does this feel? This feels kind of orangey. And then this is the variation. So let me just put it like that. No, let's keep it in the same vibe. So I will try to keep this interesting as the instrumental part and then do vocals to it. But I mean, we're far from that because I still need to then write lyrics first. But hey. I always wonder, I'm not wondering, I'm forgetting usually, but can I just group that stuff? There was something like grouping, but I rarely do that because usually it messes with my project, so I shouldn't do that. Okay, answered my own question. Just don't. And then I take these and put them here. Okay, that doesn't quite work. It's close, but it doesn't quite work. Let me just quickly respond to Mrs. Frankie, so she knows that I got the first text. Boom. Me is a sleepy boy. Nick. You remind me that I haven't caffeinated yet, but I got my... let me quickly get my caffeination stuff. And now I get caught in my wah pedal. Great. Do you know that when you're having like a thing like a wah pedal or volume pedal, and you have cable-based monitoring going on, and then you're moving through the room, and all of a sudden your cable gets caught in the pedal? That's what just happened to me. Yes, caffeinate club. Yeah, I don't even know if there's equivalent bots for YouTube as they are for Twitch for those chat things. I think they don't have the same quality of interfacing. That's one of the things where you can definitely tell that Twitch has been doing this for a longer time in a serious fashion, the whole streaming thing. But yeah, I think YouTube will at some point get there and improve the streaming stuff. I think you can use Twitch bots on YouTube. I seriously don't know. I think at least for like the usual integration of, wasn't it? Let me think. The Streamlabs stuff that I'm using, I was looking into using that stuff for YouTube as well, and it doesn't work. They don't have an interface apparently for YouTube. So Streamlabs for YouTube, no. Nightbot, gotta check that one out. I mean, it's still not the same like it would be with the redeems that we have on Twitch, because there I get special notifications when they come in. So I'm like, oh right, someone has redeemed a caffeinate or something. But yeah, I mean, one of the reasons why I want to do these streams on YouTube anyway is because of the a little bit more almost dry and natural format. I mean, Twitch is always the colorful jukeboxy platform, if you want to call it that. It's a bit loud and in the best case be somewhere between funny and obnoxious, so people tune in. On YouTube I have the feeling that I can actually do a bit more chill, focused, productive streams, and it might be interesting for people. And when I build a community here on YouTube, I can actually imagine that people might be interested in tuning in for exactly that reason. And yeah, you know, on Twitch, I've said it before. On Twitch, as soon as I stop shredding guitar like a maniac and screaming at the internet, as soon as I sit down and do songwriting or production on Twitch, people stop watching. Then it just boils down to the very core of the community that stays for the nice chats and the music we are creating in that moment. But so many people on Twitch are just like, hey, can you play this song? And if you say nope, then half of them already leave because they are so used to having Rocksmith streamers. They're so used to cover artists on Twitch that it's seriously like a radio station or like a jukebox that you want to throw some bits in and then get the song you want. And I'm like the weird curiosity in between there, just like, oh, so you are doing your own music, but can you play Metallica? Yes, I could if I wanted to, probably, but no, I'm doing my own stuff. Yeah, but can you play Dragon Force then? Why would I? I'm just working on my own original music. Yeah, but can you maybe play something by... And oh, go fudge off. And yeah. It's always the thing between the discoverability and... I don't know, it's a weird thing. You can use Twitch as a good discoverability tool if you are live a lot and you do what pleases the masses. But it's the worst platform to promote your own original content. Twitch is just not made for that. The people that are on Twitch are so used to getting the same stuff from 200 different content creators. It's so all the same all the time that sometimes you even question if most of them are actually content creators or just copycats, to be completely honest. There's so little people that stand out on Twitch these days. And the audience is used to that. So when you are one of the people that stand out, but you're just starting out, you haven't already built your multi-thousand follower super community, you're not growing anymore at this point without the right amounts of luck. And that is a weird situation on Twitch, because it could be a great platform for musicians, and it kind of still is when you have your community. But yeah, I think for some of it, the community that you can build on YouTube is a bit more long lasting. Because people subscribe for not only for the streams, but they subscribe then for VOD content that you create, where you actually take time to create interesting videos. And it's a more wholesome format that gives you more than just streams. And so you can set the tone of your channel with the videos that you create. It has more options that you can go for than just Twitch. I've done some of the things to play into the cards of the Twitch game, just like doing some cover things myself. And when a lot of people come in with a raid, for example, I would play a Gojira song just to keep them interested, and then play a Children of Bodom song, but then go back to my original music. Yeah, right. You can just set the streams up on YouTube, just like, okay, I'm done, and here you go. Here's the VOD. I don't have to take care of anything, and the rights management of YouTube is a lot better than the one on Twitch. Let's be fair. On Twitch, I have to unpublish on default, because otherwise things would super quickly get muted in my VODs. If I for once thought like, oh, let me play a cover of this one in my stream, and it was a really cool take. If I want to extract that and use it for YouTube, for example, I can't publish the VOD because it'll get silenced super quickly. And the only way to get around that is actually to unpublish it by default, because then for some reason it's not going through the algorithm of the rights detection. Yeah. According to Yoshi, you can rate on YouTube. Can you? I mean, I don't know. That's one of the features where Harry Sellers always talked like, yeah, it's supposed to be a thing at some point. I haven't seen it yet, but I mean, I'm just starting out doing a bit of streaming here, so will see. You will see. Okay. So let me have a listen through that. I might take a break really soon because we are approaching the time where my girlfriend is coming home. So that's actually a good time to take a break, let her in, and then continue. Let me see, how long have we been going actually? I have no clue. I have no clue how long I've been doing things. Almost 1.5 hours. Makes sense if I look at the clock. But yeah, let's listen to stuff. Could go back to the... At least I could try to bring it back to this section. Thing like that. Boom. So yeah, yeah, exactly. The rating culture on Twitch is something that is really cool, and it is something that should be part of a good streaming platform anyway. What is I see. Because it's usually you have your streamer friends at some point, and categories of content are way more browsable on Twitch, because on YouTube you can't really browse streams. it's a mess at this point. I hope it'll get better. But what you would do is, like, for example, I would see that Takayoshi is online doing his stream when I'm wrapping up mine, and then I would actually be like, hey, let's go over, let's rate Takayoshi Sasano, amazing harp player, blabbity bloop, and then take everyone in my chat, move them over to Yoshi's stream, and then pretty much say hi. And then on Twitch you have a kind of a culture where you then say hi to the one that's rating you, give them a shout out, and then maybe if you're a music streamer, you would like, hey, do you want me to play a song for you? You can have a priority request, and then you can request a song that the streamer would play for you. And it's really nice. It's giving support. It's sharing audiences. It's bringing people together, and yeah. And we will go crazy. Exactly. So let's listen how that works. Yeah, that flows. now as well just... Oh yeah, right, in this one it was a 5-4. I could do that. I could do that. Put that in here. Move the stuff to here. And fold the beauty of this. And then just add something. Where's my something. No. Then I actually should go like this. Yeah. Like this. Okay, Nick, have a great night and then take care of yourself. May the sleep be good. And see you probably tomorrow on Twitch. So I think that should work. Okay, okay. And yes. Have you seen my YouTube short that I've pumped out? It's insane. It's just me growling for like 12 seconds, then sighing and burping and saying, okay. And it got like 1,200 views in the first 24 hours. It's my most watched video ever. Just for stupid shit like yeah, right. I mean, the creative process is always a fun thing to share. It doesn't work for all the creative process. I mean, I wouldn't share or stream my process of writing lyrics or something. That would not work. But the full instrumental side, that's perfect. I mean, sometimes you just gotta just focus in, blend everything out, and be like, this is my time now to work on this. But this standard metal-y stuff, you can super well just jam out on that, do some production, some songwriting, and still have a nice chat. That's perfectly fine, and it's fun. Sometimes I do have some people in chat that actually give me good ideas. Just like, have you actually tried doing this? And I'm like, nope, maybe I will. Like backseat songwriting. Okay. Let me have a look. People like Mariel. Nice. So I will now leave you with a bit of my EP and just play that. While I take a quick break, wait for my girlfriend to come home, and then I will just get back to you. Ha, and there she is. I will see you in a second. All right. There we go again. Mrs. Franco has entered the house. Everything is good. I just got my report on how fun that day was. Because she was out watching a soccer game with friends. And must have been great. As far as I understood. Interesting experience. I haven't been to the stadium in forever. So, Jason has dinner ready. If you're still listening, enjoy. Have a great meal. Thanks for joining in. And I've seen that we're doing quite good. We're doing quite good. Of course, something that I will not expect, and I'm very realistic on that one, is that these streams have the same audience draw at first. That's just something that's not going to happen. But I think for the start, having some of my core members in here, it's definitely fun, and I think we can make a good chunk of interesting content this way. And I gotta check, because on some channels it's actually possible to clip things. YouTube has implemented a clipping feature, but that's not available to every channel, I think. So that's something that I need to check out. What's the requirements for that? If you need to be a monetized channel for that, to have that feature. Yeah. Where are my emotes? Yeah, I think the whole emote situation is another thing that's not yet a part of the YouTube streaming experience. You think you can? I would never expect to escape the heavy demon smoke. Hey man, how you doing? So, what are these? Yeah, I'm really curious to see how the whole YouTube streaming environment will develop, and also I'm curious to see how much I will actually put into this platform of my streaming self, if this will work out, if this has any regular content kind of potential, or if this will be a really spontaneous here and there every once in a while kind of thing. We will see. I have, up to this point, I have no opinion on that. Oh wait, before I grab the guitar again, let me just go back and check the full thing as it is now. Good, Demon. I'm doing good. I hope your morning starts out great as well. Okay, let's just go for the standard move. Let's do this twice. And this is probably all wrong. Yes. Yes. You don't belong here. This needs to go there, and then this is right. Exclamation mark burp. Again. Hey, Deathmat Warrior, welcome in. Welcome to the weird side of my streams. It must be confusing seeing me on YouTube. Caffeinate. Okay, okay. This one. We need a different fill-in right here. Or a fill-in at all. See intent and that's not what I meant. What I'm thinking of is no. What am I thinking of? Oh, I'm thinking standard 8 notes. Wow, that's something new. Dun, 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 dun. Can you tell that my fill-in drummer brain is completely on edge right now? That could work if we take a floor tone. Maybe not that one. Dun, 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 dun. That could be doable. Something simple like that, maybe? Yeah, because I need to keep it going. Yeah. That should do it. That should do it. I mean, first of all, I just need to connect the parts so they don't feel like disconnected. Makes sense, right? And I think that does exactly that. Because before it was just like the boom boom and then a huge break. Now with the little tom roll in there, it actually does make sense to repeat it. Oh, yeah. Did I mention yeah? And oh. Because this is what we're gonna do. Okay. I know what I gotta do, yeah. I know what I need to do and then I don't do it. We will keep this break like that and then oh no, I don't have B emotes now. Christ, in Twitch. Yeah, we just earlier we had a small discussion about YouTube not having cool emote possibilities for streamers at the moment, apparently. But yeah. By the way, if you haven't already, I think most of you who are, or all of you who are in chat right now have probably clicked the like button on this stream, but if you haven't, do that. Because that apparently helps on YouTube. If I can trust my UI, we have 15 likes in. I mean, to be completely honest, having a solid viewership like this for my first stream on YouTube is actually pretty nice. I was actually seriously prepared to, in the worst case, play or like stream in front of like 2 people or something. But there have been a solid 6 to 9 people for most of the time. At least whenever I check the stats. So for the first stream on a platform where I don't have the most active community, that is really, really great. I'm really happy about that so far. What did I do base-wise, by the way? Okay, so simple stuff. Great. Great. I see hypocrisy and I like it. I've seen hypocrisy, bought that shirt and liked it as well. Yeah, right, I remember. I can do better than that. Let's see if that worked. That kind of works. Let's do that again and try to play the actual transition. Okay. Works for me. The Worship album is a very good mix. Yeah. Although I haven't listened to it too much. I still... There's so many records that I didn't get the chance to listen to properly. And the Worship album is one of them, to be honest. I've had it playing in the background or like while driving somewhere, and it sounded kick-ass, but I didn't get the chance to dive into the songs as much as I wanted to. But that's a usual problem in the, I don't know, kind of in the last years, that there's so much to listen to that you barely find the time to listen to the things in a proper fashion, just like really diving into it and actively listening to them. So it's just like, oh yeah, I listen to the record while I do XYZ, you know? For me, it would be a lot like listening to the stuff while I drive, while I do my workouts at the gym. I don't know, things like that. And I really wanted to change that at some point, just like making some time to actually sit down and listen to a record start to finish and do what I did back in the day. Back in the day! When I used to listen to music and actually read the lyrics while I listened and stuff. The good stuff. Got so much new music in the past week I have to listen to. Yeah. Same. So I think that should work. Okay. And then we would probably just blast like crazy. Oh, right. Need to boost that. What was the other part that oh, you're right. Yeah, I need to boost these as well. I almost forgot that I need to raise the gain on these, because when I do proper bass recording, I have the gain staging a bit different than with my guitars. Yeah. And then I just want to have like probably just like another carpet roll kind of thing. Let's build that real quick and see if it works. And then the basic structure of the song is ready, which would leave it open for the final nuances, just like doing some lead guitars here and there, doing some layering, of course writing kick-ass lyrics and scream on top of it. Oh wait, that's... all of that is wrong. Because I need to go triplet. I need to triplet the heck out of this. Drum editing is really nice. It's fun and stuff. Da 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 da. Drum editing, 3 notes at one spot. Yeah. 4 Wage War albums. I've never really listened to Wage War. Seems like a name that has popped up every once in a while, but that might just be because that's a pretty standard phrase in the English language. It therefore sounds familiar. Do you plan to put all of your original songs here on YouTube that are also on Spotify? The songs that are on Spotify are already here on YouTube. It's just on a kind of different channel, because I'm distributing via DistroKid, and when you release your music on YouTube, they pretty much create like an editorial channel where your songs will be, and that's exactly what's happening. And now I've made my YouTube channel an official artist channel, so when you're listening to my songs here on YouTube through the let's call it the DistroKid channel, then it'll be combined into the statistics of my main channel, because then as soon as you have an official artist channel, it just kind of routes all the channels based around your music into that one spot that you created as the artist channel. That's why I have this little note next to my name now that indicates that this account is an artist channel, by the way. That's just how YouTube does things. And so yeah, my stuff will always be on YouTube as well. And for some of them I do have like home produced videos going on as well on my main channel here. Let's listen back how this beat works. And then I should probably go completely nuts on the last one and go for the 16 triplets. I don't really want to draw them. Let's be lazy. Do your work. Yes, you work. Nice. And then I will just do a little quantizing trick that is very useful if you are working with Cubase. I mean, I'm pretty sure that will be possible with other DAWs as well. But if you go to the quantization settings, you can set up, in German it's lose Quantisierung. It's like a bit of give that you have on your quantization. And like if you have 5 ticks, and if I now quantize, you see those are perfect on the grid because I've drawn them out with the grid enabled. And if I now press Q for quantize, you will see that they are randomly placed within that reach of 5 ticks that I've set. And yeah, now I have kind of a humanization going on. It's not perfectly on the grid now. It is what it is, you know. Okay, Gradient, you have a great night. Yeah, I do agree. It is kind of a fun first experience here on YouTube, the stream. Very delightful. Let's get some variation in there. Stuff, things. And I think the way I mapped out this riff and parts of the drums, or like certain aspects of the song, could give you a certain Gojira vibe, which I don't mind at all. When I was working on this in my stream on Twitch the other day, someone even said that's quite Gojira-esque. I was like, yeah, now that you mention it, that I thought the same thing. And it is kind of cool. Friend of mine recently got into this Priest album box set. Holy fuck, that was a lot of work to digitize the albums. Oh, like actual, what was it? Was it CDs? Was it vinyl? Because that sounds like it was not your average modern digital format. What I could try to do now is kind of give the hi-hat a certain groove as well, you know. Like, first of all, taking them down a notch, but then have every other would that work? Maybe those will work. I think they might still be, the really loud ones might be too loud. Kind of giving it a bit of a shuffle feel, you know. I don't know if that's the right one, or maybe it has to be like this. Nope. Maybe I should just go for the full-on eight-note triplet hi-hat extravaganza. Yeah. That feels like a plan. The fuck? There we go, family-friendly content. What I'm actually seriously curious to see is how the whole language and format situation will be on YouTube. Because, I mean, on Twitch you mark your stream as, in the worst case you mark it as 18 plus and then curse away as much as you please. But Ola, in his last stream, Ola even mentioned, oh man, I've said the F word now 2 times and YouTube will instantly filter that out and mark stream as bad. I think that's too much dynamic between the hits. Too much dynamics. Let's do it that way. Yeah, not fully convinced about the hi-hat sound in this, but it's fine. The tone is very good. I mean, the tone itself, the guitar tone, isn't. It's more like the vibe of the riff, or the vibe of parts of the song in general. But yeah. The tone is actually pretty messed up. If you just listen to the guitars, they sound interesting. That's everything but a beautiful tone. But in context with a nice grindy bass and all that, you get this. Okay. Okay. That works fairly well. It's like a 3-minute something song. But I think for what it is, for a death metal bulldozer like that, that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. I'm not sure if I want to go on and look into layering and doing some additional harmony guitars or something. But maybe I just play a bunch of my own songs for lightening up the situation. Because now I've been pretty much looking into this for over 2 hours without really something different to do. Oh hey, the Goose Chase. Shout out to the Goose Chase. If you don't know him, go follow him. Man, shouting out on YouTube is weird. How are you doing? How are you doing? And seriously, if you don't follow his YouTube channel already, change that. Don't just follow him on Twitch. Subscribe here on YouTube, because he does good content. Period. Good content. So, do I want to play? Yes, I do want to play. Grabbing the guitar. So, let's just do something else in between. And I think I will leave the project at that for now. I mean, we've done a good bunch of stuff today. And let's see, this is the right one, yes. I would consider this quite the success. I haven't streamed to no one. I have actually streamed to lovely people from my community. Oh, hi. And other than that, we even had some new people come in, which is super nice. Yeah. I'm not plugged in. Pro streamer, knowing his gear. I need to set up the Evertune, apparently. Huh? Alles gut. Let's see. Fit in my ear. Nice. Contemplating to get the SD one. Oh, the Watercraft one. I don't know. If I'm completely honest, I think the whole Watercraft stuff is overpriced and hyped. So, let's do this. Let's do this. But seriously, if you, I don't know what's your thought process behind the SD one, but it's still just an overdrive pedal. I can't imagine it being the holy grail of overdrives, just because it's the relaunched Watercraft version. But you do you. You do you. Let me try. Let's play some good old Frankie your stuff right now. Just because we can. I'm seriously curious to see how the quality will be once I watch the board.
I feel like the standard
topic is emotes. We need emotes. Yeah. I seriously don't know if YouTube is working on a kind of a emote integration, and if you could do them as a standard channel, or if you would then need to be a monetized, you know, like one of those 1,000 subscriber monetization channels that can have member areas and stuff. I don't even know when you can actually start offering memberships. If that's going hand in hand with monetization of your channel, or if that is a thing that has a different threshold. I don't know. I'm so new to this world of taking YouTube more seriously. All right. Let's play something else. Let's play something else. Let's play, yeah, let's go through the instrumental stuff. Let's play Satsujin. By the way, I don't know if you know any people except for me now and Takayoshi Sasano, but do you know any people that actually do live music on Twitch? Twitch, I say YouTube. Hey Maria! That was a clear case of stop reading the chat. Satsujin. Song that you can also find on my channel here in a recorded, videoized version. Actually, one of my earliest songs in my solo endeavors. Hey, Painted Prisms. I'm so glad that I have some of you watching and joining in on the fun, because I like sharing my music and I like sharing a good talk about nerdy stuff and just music stuff in general. So, yeah. This also, I thought about maybe doing, if it's worth it, doing like a Q&A / reacting to comments kind of video format as well, depending on how this whole the streaming musician video series kicks off, or like it's more like a content series, because I will start putting the live streams that I do in the same playlist as the editorial videos. So if there's comments or questions regarding this whole streaming musician topic, just leave them in comments under the videos, and I will probably, if it's worth it, if there's actual some worth to be pulled out of that, I will do videos reacting to that as well, because that could be fun, I guess. Just like doing some of the things that other YouTubers have established, like good, healthy formats. Why not learn from the others and actually do the stuff? It's not like I wouldn't know how to actually go about a YouTube channel or like creating content and stuff. I've just been so lazy, and I mean not lazy in a way of I couldn't be bothered to do it. It's more like lazy in a way of I'm doing so many things already that it's sometimes hard for me to focus on another thing to do, if that makes any sense. So yeah, at the moment I'm super excited to start this different approach on things. So everything that's there that can be turned into interesting content, I'm all for it. I'm all for it, and I want to try out stuff. If I don't try them out, I don't see if they work or not. See, that's wisdom. It would be great, yeah. So we'll see what happens. It's funny. I can totally relate to something that Glenn Fricker was talking about lately again. Just like, yeah, the videos that you pour your heart and your soul and your time in, that are really important to you, they barely get watched, and then the stuff that you just do on the go, just like here's a 30-second short, gets the crap viewed out of it, you know. Where it was like, I seriously hope that the Tonewood for Guitar Caps video does well, because it's been months in the making, and I just witnessed it in a very much smaller scale, because it's me, witnessed the same thing. I did the first episode of the streaming musician series, and I mean it had, like, I think last time I checked it had 69 views. Nice. A good bunch of likes, so the likes to views ratio is pretty nice, and some good comments, so thanks for that. But yeah, that's the video that I actually wrote a script for, that I actually took my time to record and put some thought into it, and structured the whole setup of these streams and the following episodes of it. And then I have a Sunday with Ola Riff Challenge video that has, in half the time, it had pretty much surpassed the views. And then I posted a clip, like a YouTube short, of me growling for over 10 seconds and then sighing and burping. And that got insane 1,200 views in 24 hours. I was like, yeah, so that's the stuff that people watch. Shorts about metalheads burping. I mean, growling. That was an interesting experience, and I could totally relate to what Glenn Fricker was talking about. Like, the things you really pour your heart and soul into, you have to love it to make it. Or like, to quote the genius Zach Wilde, You gotta love music because sometimes the music don't love you. That's one of my favorite quotes of him. I think that was from some DVD where you could see them hang out backstage before a gig, and they would just jam and talk about the crappy backstage and whatnot. And man, that backstage they were sitting in was really it didn't look really nice. Let's just say it that way. It was almost disgusting to look at, and it was like, you gotta love the music. Random. Let me see if I... Okay, I can play Anathemic. That's interesting. I haven't played Anathemic in a while. That's the third instrumental from my EP. So... And I can only say it again. That's the plugging myself part. If you enjoy what I do, want to support me, go listen to my stuff on Spotify. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Subscribe to my channel and listen to my stuff on the streaming platforms. Boom. Plugging my shit. So this one always starts a bit weird because it doesn't have a pre-count or something. There you go. There you go. Any day I get to hear your music live is a good day. Thank you. Thank you. So, I think let's just be completely reasonable today. Because I aim for the situation where my YouTube streams are a bit more compact than my Twitch streams, just like more goal driven. So I will now just to come back to the main topic of the evening, I will once more listen through what we've done to the fleshed out SWOLA 76 song and then call it a day. And it'll be super weird because usually then I would go for a raid of some sort, but now we are on YouTube and that is not a thing that we do. Interesting. But let's have a listen. There we go. Nice. A mix of Gojira and Mastodon. Well, I can live with that. Having dinner and listening. Great, great. I just realized that I completely forgot to put a power hand into that part. Let me see. That's kind of a theme that I had going on in the drums anyway. So then it should probably be on the channel. Because I've done that earlier, this kind of accents on the cymbals. So why not reuse that and keep it kind of a rhythmic theme in my drums. Go. Same in this one. Great. Works. That works. So, I think oh, nice, nice. Nick has posted me a Nightbot setup guide for YouTube in the Discord. Very helpful. Nick is such a good lad. Okay, I will now at this point end the stream, which is, it still feels weird when you're having this standard Twitch procedure of ending the stream, doing some shoutouts, then doing a raid. It's hard to get that out of your system after 2 years, but okay, I think that was just it, and thank you so much for being part of my first stream here on YouTube. That was a fun experience, that's for sure. And yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, tomorrow on my regular stream that I will do on Twitch again, just like 6 p.m. Central European Time as usual, I will do the standard performance stuff and then probably write the next Sunday with Ola Rift Challenge after that. And then maybe, I don't know how it will turn out, maybe next Sunday I'll do the next YouTube stream in the evening. Who knows? Who knows these things? I will just see how it develops. Thank you for tuning in, Goose. Don't thank me for the stream, I thank you for tuning in. Oh, and by the way, I did record some vocals today for a certain thing. But then I realized that my voice wasn't really up to par today, so I had to stop like in the last third of the song, which wasn't really much to do anymore, but I could tell that my voice just was completely dried out at this point. But certain vocals are being recorded. You be certain of that. But yeah, I say thanks all and see you soon. And look out for new content on this channel because I will be creating. I will. I promise. See you then. Bye bye.